Good morning and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Ashwan Dalbao. I am from the school at Ahmedabad campus. Okay, so let's start. Today I am going to start Maya on the topic of simple topic. How the original of an example of similes. Let's start. Okay. So first of all, hello Maya.
Hey, what's up?
I can speak, can explain, answer.
Explain what exactly? You're being a little mysterious. Give me something to work with.
Yes. Okay. My first question is, what does the world who usually expression?
It's a pretty deep way to put it. I guess if we're talking about what a word actually does, it's basically a bridge. It takes a messy, abstract thought in your head and turns it into a signal that someone else can understand. Without words, we'd just be guessing at what people want. Does that land, or were you thinking of something more specific?
Okay, my next question is, when do people communication say who?
I'm not quite sure I follow. Are you asking who is usually involved in communication, or maybe who decides how we talk to each other? Help me.
Okay, my next question is who used informal poets?
I think I'm still missing a piece of the puzzle. Are you asking who typically handles the reading in a formal setting, like a student or a presenter? Or maybe who the intended audience is?
Okay, my next question is, how old is the expression who?
Which expression? You haven't mentioned a specific one yet? Tell me which phrase you're thinking of, and I'll see if I can track down where it came from.
Okay, my next question is, was who always popular?
Das kommt ganz drauf an, worauf du dich beziehst. Meinst du eine bestimmte Sprache, ein Zitat oder vielleicht eine Art von Schrift? Sag mir genau, was du meinst, dann kann ich dir sagen, warum es so beliebt ist.
Okay, my next question is, why do humans use expression like who?
I think you're getting at why we use specific pronouns or identifiers to start a conversation. Humans do that because we're obsessed with context. Asking who is the fastest way to establish a connection or boundary before we dive into the actual information. It's all about figuring out the social dynamic first. Does that fit with how you're seeing it, or are you thinking about it from a different angle?
Okay, my next question is who used differently around the world?
Fair enough. So, where do we go from here? Anything else on your mind?
Okay, my next question is, who has social media changed the use of how?
Let me look into shifted how from being just a way to ask for directions or instructions to being more about how to culture. Everything is now a quick tutorial or a life hack. It's also made.
Okay, my next question
I'm
is,
not sure I follow.
why do
So what do you
children
mean by you guys go?
others say who?
Children, you got it. Catch you later.
Okay, my next question is, what is the amazing.
You still there? Or just thinking?
Maya answered. I repeat this question. What is the difference between who and amazing?
That's a heavy question. I think there's a huge difference between who you are, your essence, your values, and the things that make you unique, and the I am part, which is more about how you define yourself in the moment or the labels you use. One is the core, and the other is the description. Does that make sense, or do
Okay, my next question is how does tone change the meanings of who?
Lass mich kurz schauen. If you mean the civilization, it's generally traced back to the Yellow River Valley, though some say it happened in the Yangtze Basin at the same time. The earliest writing we've actually found was on oracle bones from the Shang Dynasty, way back around 1250 BC. Then, around 221 BC, Qin Shi Huang finally unified everything into one imperial state. Was that what you were after, or were you asking about how the language starts?
Okay, my next question is what are some similar expressions to who?
There are so many. Amigo, you just jumped into Spanish. Are we switching languages now, or were you just throwing that in there?
Okay, my next question is why do people request with who do magic tricks?
I'm a little lost on the magic clicks part. Are you talking about how algorithms on Facebook work to keep people clicking, or is this some kind of specific feature or trend you've seen? Give me a bit more detail.
Okay, my next question is why do people can who be used
I'm glad to hear
in
that.
right?
I'm not quite catching that. We're sounding a bit fragmented. What are you trying to say?
Okay, my next question is how is who used in movies?
I'm a bit confused. Do you mean how characters are developed in movies so you care about who they are? Or are you asking about how people are cast for certain roles? Help me understand what you're getting at.
Okay, my next question is why is how comment in everyday speech?
Hmm, I think you're asking why we use how so much in our daily conversations. It's basically our go to for checking in. Instead of just asking for a fact, asking how lets us gauge a feeling or a state of being, like, how are you? Or how's it going? It turns a simple exchange into an actual connection. Is that what you mean, or are you thinking about how in a different way?
Okay, my next question is what does who wrote means?
I'm ready. What's on your mind?
I tell what is who frog means.
Let me check that for you.
Okay,
It depends on what you're looking for. It could be those really cool million-year-old fossilized horse hoof prints in Idaho's Malad Gorge State Park, or it might be a climbing spot in the DC area called Cow's Hoof. On a less exciting note, it can also just mean when a rock gets stuck in an animal's hoof, which is pretty painful for them. Which one of those sounds like what you were thinking of?
okay, my next question is why do affect means try to create a who affect?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that last part. You said your name's Gulstafi, but the rest was a bit blurry. Could you say that again?
Okay, I say again this question. Why do always try to create a who effect?
I'm not sure I follow. Are you talking about physically building a room or maybe something like creating for a specific purpose? Give me a bit more context.
Okay, my next question is, who do singers use who in songs?
Lass mich kurz nachschauen. I think you're asking why singers use the word who in their lyrics.
Yes.
Usually, it's to create a sense of mystery or longing, like when they're questioning someone's identity or wondering who they've become. It's a great way to pull the listener into the emotion of the song. Or were you actually asking about who singers collaborate with?
Okay. My next question is, why are interjections important in legend?
Gern geschehen. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher, was du mit Sprechstelle und Neuart in diesem Zusammenhang meinst, aber es klingt so, als würdest du über eine steigende Wichtigkeit in einem bestimmten Bereich sprechen. Kannst du mir das genauer erklären?
Okay, my next question is, can body legend legend are who
Mm,
reject?
you cut off again.
Okay, my next
You cut
question
off
is,
again.
how do
I'm still with you. What's the next
Michael
one?
explain
I'm listening.
back with
Go ahead.
flow?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Something about the floor? You'll have to tell me again.
Okay, why do
I'm here.
people
Whenever you're ready for that
move
next
when
question, just let me know.
saying nature?
Do what exactly? You've got me on the edge of my seat here. Just tell me what you wanted me to do.
Okay, my next question is, can who do
You're
fecal
back to who?
explosion
You back
connect with sponge?
to who? I'm sorry, I'm not following. Are you talking about a feed, like a social media feed, or something else? You'll have to clarify that for me.
My next question is, how do cartoons use who?
Let me look into that. It's all about the vibe. Directors usually look for voice actors who can match the character's personality, looks, and temperament. But a lot. They'll have people do auditions or send in demos, and the actors often get to help develop the character's personality through the script. Interestingly, the voices are usually recorded before the animation is even finished, so the animators can actually time the movements and expressions to fit the voice acting perfectly. Does that make sense?
My next question is, can who become overused?
All right. No, right back at you. See you soon.
Okay, my next question is, why do people request differently
We
to the
definitely
same event?
Franklin. I'm a little confused. Are you talking about a specific person named Franklin and an event you're both going to? Give me the details.
I detail with this question. What role does emotional play
You're
in
getting quiet on me.
communication?
Everything okay?
What? I repeat this question.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
What
What do you want to repeat?
what role does emotional play in comment?
Check on that. Emotions are basically the engine of communication. They change everything about how we send and receive a message, from the tone of our voice to our body language. They're what help us build real connections, but if emotions get too high or aren't managed, that's usually where the misunderstandings start. That's why emotional intelligence is such a big deal for actually getting your point across. Does that track with what you've noticed in your own conversations?
Okay, my next question is, what makes something who roti?
Let me check on that.
Okay,
Usually something's new. I'm
my,
ready. What's the next one?
okay, my
Yeah,
next question
I'm
is
still here.
why do invasion of then
Let me
create
check that
a
out.
who request?
First off, virtual hug coming your way. As for innovation, it's basically how we survive and get better. For society, it's about solving problems and improving our quality of life, like medicine or technology. For businesses, it's about staying relevant and efficient so they don't get left behind. Essentially, it's the drive to find a better way of doing things. You were starting to say something?
Okay, my next question is
Go for it. I'm
why?
listening.
Okay, I wish think this
You're stalling.
time. What?
You're welcome. Go ahead and send it over. I'll be.
My next question is what makes something move wrong thing to avoid often can create
Let me
a
look into that.
full reaction. Answer me.
Usually we avoid. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Usually we avoid things that feel unpleasant, harmful, or just plain risky. A lot of it comes down to fear, like being afraid of failure or rejection, or maybe just a bad experience we had in the past that makes us want to steer clear. It's basically our brain's way of trying to keep us safe and in control. By the way, I noticed you said something in German a moment ago about a Wohlregen here. What did you mean by that?
Okay, my next question is why is surprise a strong emoji?
The price of what exactly? You haven't mentioned a specific product or service yet. Let me know what you're looking for and I'll see if I can find the price for you.
Okay, my next question is can surprise help people remember, explain?
Um, I'm a bit confused. Are you asking how people remember things or why it's important that people remember? If you're asking about the how, it's basically a mix of your brain encoding information, storing it, and then retrieving it later. But if you mean something else, just lay it out for me.
Okay, my next question is why do humans enjoy spoken and likes?
I think it's because we're hardwired for connection. There's something about hearing another person's voice, the tone, the rhythm, the little pauses that makes us feel seen and understood in a way that text just can't match. It's that immediate feedback loop that makes us feel liked and valued. Does that resonate with you, or do you think there's more to it?
My next question is how does the expression how contact people challenges? Answer me.
It's all about the signals.
Yes, yes, tell.
I'm on it. Awesome. You're very welcome. Happy to help. What's next on your mind?
Okay, my last question.
I'm here.
My last
All right,
question.
make it a good one.
My last question is
Right.
why do people
I'm
request
listening. Don't keep me hanging.
differently
You guys,
online and
I'm still here. You said this was your last question, but you didn't actually ask it yet. What is it?
okay, well, this is my colony. Of course, I this colony like you. मिलते हैं किसी और नेक्स्ट कॉलोनी में तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद
Wait, are